Released July 5th, 2017 by developer Jaywalkers Interactive and publisher Vertigo Games, Arizona Sunshine is a VR survival horror game from the earlier days of VR, when VR was still in its infancy and was going through a trial and error, make it up as you go along kind of phase. And I'll have to say, Arizona Sunshine was one of the few which got a lot of things correct right out the gate. Arizona Sunshine is a very linear first-person experience with not much of a story, but there is a story nonetheless. You're alone in the middle of a zombie apocalypse stuck in Arizona.
Damn, Freddy. Got you good, didn't I?
You wake up one morning at your makeshift base where you head out for a morning stroll and come across a barely working radio.
Alright, let's see if this still works.
You hear a very distorted broadcast that gives you hope. You decide to go in search of more radios and try to piece together this puzzle. Where there's life, there's hope kind of thing.
I gotta get to the source of this.
Not much else to say about the story really. There are no cutscenes, you do not stumble across any helpful NPCs or anything. You just head out with guns out. The visuals, even for the year it was released, aren't impressive. Not by a long shot, be it through the headset or the social screen. There were even times where I missed items I was looking for in pathways to progress because of how underwhelming these graphics are. And while I'm not going to be like those VR shills who praise almost everything about a VR release, giving PSVR a free pass on the visuals because of how potentially great the tech is, I will still show some leniency. And here's the main reason why. It's a bit tricky to explain actually, but I will try. I did a review on PSVR last year I think, and I tried to explain it there as well. Looking at these flat VR review videos, it's hard to understand what the player is actually experiencing no matter what you're told. VR is something that needs to be experienced firsthand. There's nothing like that sense of immersion when you look around, move around, interact with objects and so on. And it is because of this why I'm cutting the visuals here some slack. Because once you start playing Arizona Sunshine, you actually forget how mediocre it looks. No, really. 90% of the times when someone says a VR is trash, a VR is a gimmick, I guarantee it's because they've either never experienced real VR or never spent any appreciable amount of time with it. It's not a fad, and it's not overhyped. I would say it's not for everyone, but that's as silly as saying this isn't a perfect game while reviewing. No game is for everyone. And I've been in this video game thing since the Intellivision and the Atari 2600. And to this day, I have yet to see a perfect game. So, I'll spare you that redundant garbage. Whether VR gaming is for you or not, Arizona Sunshine is quite a solid experience and wouldn't have been were it not for VR.
What can I say?
Where the controls are concerned, I played through this with the aim controller, which made the most sense. I have the other options, but the aim controller is lauded by many for good reason. The controls are tight, and I hardly ever missed a headshot, and when I did, it was my own damn fault. While comfort options were available, and while I do suffer from occasional motion sickness, I did not use any of them. Teleporting and quick turning severely hinders the immersion for me in any VR game. So I soldiered up and went in with all comfort settings off, and it was for the better.
Come on, baby, come on. Let's go.
The audio was a mixed bag. The voice acting was good. Your character sounds like he was voiced by either a pro or a novice with some raw talent.
What the fuck? No way, no fucking way. Fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck this.
The music was fine. When I heard it, it gave me that creepy ghost town, post-apocalyptic vibe. The footsteps, however, were off, whether I used the earbuds that came with the headset or optional headphones. The headphones was definitely better, but still, the 3D sound was not right. I couldn't tell the difference between my own footsteps and anything else's.
Hello there? Out there? Oh.
And then there were the times where your character's voice would get really laggy. It would chip in and out. This was worse than the footsteps for me. as it was incredibly immersion breaking, and the fact that there isn't any emphasis on the actual story made this even worse. I'd really like to hear what's being said.
I've been surviving this hellhole all by myself for God knows how long. You idiots have a whole freaking military camp inside a walled-off refinery. You can't...
The guns and everything else sounded well enough though, so half a thumbs up on that audio. I love the reload speed here. One of my most unreasonable peeves in video games is reloading. I hate to watch my character reload. I say unreasonable because I know it's a necessary evil, but I do hate it, especially when you die in the middle of a reload, and devs have yet to add a bit more realism to this mechanic in the player's favor. I'm saying, sometimes I may reload at an average pace, but in a heated situation, in a real life heated situation, I'd up that damn pace. But yeah, I love how quickly a clip goes in and out. Arizona Sunshine, while a pretty good game, has some questionable issues though. In retrospect, it seems half-baked. It feels like it left the oven a bit too early. Something about this game just feels incomplete. There are items strewn all over. And like in the Order 1886, you can pick them up, check them out, but nothing more. What's the point of picking up a medkit that you can't use? What's the point of having things like axes laying around that you can pick up, but you can't use in battle? It just feels like the devs had plans for these things, but never saw any of these plans through to fruition. You can pick up some food items and consume them for health, but then there are times when I try to eat them after being attacked, and nothing. I just end up feeling like a dumbass putting my aim controller to my mouth for no reason. And generally, Arizona Sunshine is just a huge janky mess. A playable huge janky mess, but a janky mess regardless. From the invisible walls to getting stuck in doorways, and just an overall unpolished, unfinished feel. Arizona Sunshine must be the deadly premonition of VR though, because with all these flaws I've mentioned, it's still a great playthrough. I experienced some motion sickness to the point where I had to stop playing for the day, but like I said, I did turn the comfort settings off and threw caution to the wind, so that's on me.
Copy that.
I've only just decided to go hard on certain content, indie reviews and VR reviews. So the great thing about nausea while playing VR is, the more you do it, the less you feel it. So at the pace I'm going, I should be completely over my motion sickness hurdle in no time. Skyrim and RE7, here I come. Other than being linear, Arizona Sunshine is a short experience. But this served me well, aside from the fact that I'm not too keen on having this huge chunk of plastic on my face for hours and hours at a time. All the other things I mentioned, like the motion sickness, no real story and so on, makes the duration ideal. It did not overstay its welcome. There is a Horde Mode, which as the name suggests sends waves of the undead barreling towards you, until you either kill them or expire. You have a harder apocalyptic mode, which starts you off outside your camp with less resources, and you can also play through either Horde Mode or the campaign co-op with a friend online. Years after release, some DLC was added to the mix, Dead Man, The Damned. I haven't tried them yet, but if I do, I will share the experience.
Gunfight on top of a train, boys. Pretty badass. I know it's not a moving train, but still, pretty badass.
Arizona Sunshine is a pretty good VR title despite its shortcomings. I enjoyed it from start to end and would recommend any PSVR owner to give it a shot. I reviewed this on the PS4 Pro, so I can't say if all the flaws I found are multiplied on the regular PS4. But I can safely say, on the PS4 Pro, it's worth your coin. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If I pissed you off, well, the next logical course of action would be to attack those hate buttons like a zombie on a new pound of flesh. Either way, I won't hold it against you. Our game is never over.
You happy now? Didn't have to go down like this, you know. You could have sat down, had a nice cup of coffee, talked it through, but no.